Let's look at converting quadratics from standard form to vertex form. So we have standard form here, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. And we want to switch to vertex form of a parabola, which is the form where we have y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. And that is centered at h comma k. We want to go to vertex form from the standard form. In order to do that, we need to first realize that no matter whether we are in standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c, a is the same. So a will be the same value in standard and vertex form. So we already know what a is on the outside of this vertex form. So we really just need to find what the vertex is and put in h and k into the formula. So we know a, we want to find h and k by finding the vertex. So to find the vertex of this, I need to do negative b over 2a. Or in this case, we have negative, our values here for a, b, and c are written. So we have negative of negative 4 is our b, over 2 times a is 2. So we have 4 divided by 4. The x value of the vertex is 1. To find the y value of the vertex, I need to plug in f of 1. Need to take that x value and plug it into the original formula. So I have 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 9, which gives me a y value of negative 11. So that is the value of k. So to put it into vertex form now, it's going to be f of x still, but it's going to be the value of a, which stays the same. So 2 was the value of a. And it's going to be x minus the x value of our vertex is 1. And then we have minus 11 as the k value. So we have our center for this was 1 comma negative 11. So we subtract 1 on the inside. So 1 in the center means negative 1 is going to be in there, x minus 1 squared. And then our k is negative 11 on the outside. Let's move down and do that again. We have a, b, c. We want to switch to vertex form, so we want to find the x value of the vertex by doing negative b over 2a. So in this case, we have negative 5 over 2 times our a value is negative 1. So the value of x is going to be negative 5 divided by negative 2, which is just 2.5. Now to find the y value of that, I'm going to plug into the original function, h of 2.5, and I'm going to have a negative outside, replacing each x in parentheses squared. So you have a negative outside, 2.5 squared, plus 5 times 2.5, plus 6. So be careful to keep that negative outside of the x value that you plug in. So negative parentheses 2.5 squared plus 5 times 2.5 plus 6. The y value of our vertex is called k. In this case, it is 12.25. So our vertex which this should be vertex up here. It is the middle of where our parabola is, but we have our vertex point, which is 2.5 comma 12.25. So my standard form h of x is going to have the same value for a, so I'm going to have a negative outside, or you can write -1, whichever you'd prefer. Then you have x minus the x value of the point squared plus k, which is the y value of the point. So you have -1 x minus 2.5 squared plus 12.25. And now we're going to look at one last function over here. I have a, b, and c here. And my vertex, I'm going to do x equals -b over 2a. So I have negative of -12 over 2 times -3. So I really end up with 12 divided by -6, which is -2. There's the x value of my vertex. And now I'm going to plug into the original function to find the y value of it. So I have a -3 out front. I'm replacing -2 in parentheses squared minus 12 times -2 minus 17. So I need to grab my calculator and plug in that x value into the original function, replacing each x in parentheses, which gives me a y value of -5. So my vertex is -2, -5. And now I want to put this into vertex form. So we're going to do our same exact value for a. So g of x is going to keep the same value for a, which is -3. I have x minus the x value squared, and then I have the y value on the outside. So in this case, g of x would really be -3, and then we have x plus 2. Since we have minus and -2, the x value of the center switches signs on the inside. We've seen that everyone, our x value was 1, so inside we had -1. Our x value was 2.5, so inside we had a -2.5. Here our x value is actually -2, so we have an x plus 2 on the inside. So the sign of the x value changes because of the nature of the formula, x minus h, and then k stays the same at the end. There is our switching from standard form to vertex form.